Morning guys, so it's now 11:30. I've just had one client and I'm pretty much just going to take you guys through my training today. So this session is what I was supposed to do yesterday, but unfortunately forgot my lifters and my belt and things at home, so I'm pretty much just going to do that today, just as like a little add-on, just so you can kind of see what I do whilst I'm training properly. So I've got a snatch session today. I've got some, I think, hip power snatches to start off the movements, and then I've got some pause snatches. So we'll go through that and I'll take you with me. So warm-up's pretty much ground-based mobility for my back, my hips, knees, shoulders, things like that. And then I'll just grab a couple of bands, do some face pulls, some TKEs, things like that, just kind of get some blood flowing. I'll then go through some movement patterns, some squats, things like that, some padded stuff to get my glutes firing. And then I'll pretty much jump on the bar, do a warm up with the bar, and then I'll warm up towards my first movement. So I always have a kind of a warm up movement before my training starts anyway. So today I've got hip power snatches. So they're a lot lighter, they're just kind of getting that bar path moving, especially considering I haven't done snatches since Saturday, and then before that I haven't done them since the Sunday prior. So it's been a long time, so I always see Olympic lifting as more of like a skill-based movement rather than like a strength-based movement. So obviously you have to be strong enough to be able to get into the positions, to be able to lift heavy, but it's very much more skill-based, so movement patterns, things like that, coordination, balance, mobility. So after about a week off, you start to kind of forget how to move properly again. So that's a really good exercise to do to start off with, just to get your movement pattern going again. So yeah, I'll take you guys with me. But yeah, warm up, ground-based mobility, some banded face pulls, TKEs, a couple of hip stuff, some glute work, then I'll pretty much jump on the bar. Warm-up's done, so I did my ground-based mobility, some banded work, bit of potentiation, jumped back onto the bar. I jumped onto the bar, did a couple of movements, just to kind of get warm in those positions, sots press, things like that. I've then just warmed up for my hip power snatches, so I've got these now. I've got 4 sets of 4 at 55, so nice and light. Just kind of get moving, get that bar path nice and high, making sure my hips are pushing through, just making sure that my upper body positioning is perfect. I'm then going on to some snatches, pause above the knee. So I've got triples with those. So 2 weeks ago I did 80. So fingers crossed it'll be around about there, if not higher. But last week I was very ill, so I've already lost 2 kilos. So we'll just see how it's moving. There's no point going too heavy just at the minute because I don't have a comp until about April time. So there's no point rushing it. It's more just about kind of like movement patterns and just gaining the strength that way, really. So yeah, what you'll see now is pretty much just my working sets of hip power snatches. So yeah. So a couple of things I'm focused on when I'm doing this exercise, just the bar path really. Making sure all the power's coming from my hips, making sure my arms are nice and loose. So a lot of people think it's kind of like an arm-based movement, you're pulling with the bar, but it's all legs. So you want them just to act as hooks around the bar. They're just holding on to the bar until it goes overhead, and then we want to lock out as much as we can. So yeah, hip work's really good for just bar positioning, not worrying about that bottom position. Making sure the hips are pushing through, and then we're pulling with the arms slightly, making sure we're shrugging up nice and high, so that's why I want a massive thick neck. And then making sure that that bar is in a straight complete line. As soon as it gets past our head, we're pushing our head through and locking out. So yeah, that's one set done. I'll show you the next set, and then I won't bore you with the last 2 sets, and then we'll push on to some stuff.
Oh shit.
So that was pretty shit last rep, but for the first set back, it's not too
Fucking hell, that was a rep. You get 100 yet?
One snatch. I'm just going to go through some split squats now, and then a little bit more lower body, some quad squat, sideways jumps and stuff like that. Try and get into kind of different planes of movement, considering the sport I do in lifting, it's all the same movement pretty much every single time. So my accessory days I like to try and mix it up a little bit more and make sure that I'm kind of hitting all areas, a lot of explosive power stuff, some body weight stuff, jumps, things like that, just to try and make sure that I'm developing with all aspects rather than just being able to throw a bar over my head. So yeah, got some split squats now. 20 or 30 minutes until I've got a next client. I was supposed to have a client at 1:30, but unfortunately he couldn't make it, so he had to move to later on in the week. So I've just got pretty much a 45 minutes free, and then I've got a client at 2:30. After that I've then got a massage, so I'm going to take you guys with me. Pretty much what I go through every single week. So he's absolutely amazing, Arthur. 80H Sports Massage. He's absolutely brilliant. I have a massage with him once a week, whether that's needling, whether that's cupping, pretty much whatever I need that week. We go through for the whole hour. So pretty much one of the only reasons I'm still in one piece. Chest up, set core. Good. Keep it tight. So I'm now on my way to massage now. You just saw Sam's training session, so we went through her deadlift day. Coming up to the end of the block, so lots of strength work. We managed 3x3 with 100 kilos, and then we did a set of as many reps as we can. We managed to get 5, so that's 5% heavier than what she did 4 weeks ago on the same kind of block. So we're making really good progress now. Her actual percentages are higher than what they should be, so it'll be nice and fun to see what her 1 rep maxes are in about 3 weeks. So yeah, got a massage now. Pretty sure it'll be kind of a lot of shoulder related, lower back, glutes, hamstrings, things like that, but I'll show you everything. Say hello. Hello. This is Arthur. I've got a massage now for an hour or so. He's gonna put me through some pain really.
Good massage with deep tissue, needling, cupping.
Pretty much.
What are we doing for you, sir?
Rhomboid, traps, shoulders, lower back.
Yeah, you'll probably find that. Crikey. Get stretching and mended.
So I just got home from a massage. It's around 6:30 now. I've just got a couple of hours of programming to do, and then that's pretty much me done for the day. So yeah, this is kind of where all the magic happens. So I've got my laptop here, got a couple of rugby trophies, stuff like that. Got my board with my goals, things like that, my plan, diary, couple of medals, couple of rugby shirts. So I've got, yeah, as I said, a couple of hours just to do of here, just over an hour really, and then I'm pretty much done for the day. I'll have a shower, probably have my last meal of the day, probably have a bit of a smoothie or something like that, and then off to bed really. So that's me pretty much done for the day. So just finished about an hour and a half of programming. Only had a couple of little bit things to do, so just had dinner, just had chicken wraps, which was lovely, and then I'm just about to run a bath, Epsom salt bath, just to help with recovery, keep the legs nice and fresh, especially if I've got a heavy snatch session tomorrow. So yeah, that's pretty much it for today. So I'll see you guys.